Hello and welcome to Back to the Feature, the show where we talk about movies past, present, and future. Today, we're going to go back to the past again and talk about an absolute epic 80s classic, Over the Top.
This is heavy duty, Doc. This is great.
Over the Top is a film about a man desperately trying to get his son back via arm wrestling. No, I'm not joking. I'm not making that up. That's literally what happens in this movie. John, what are your thoughts on Over the Top?
The world has always bet against Lincoln Hawks.
This guy's nothing.
Like someone, like a studio executive sat down and was like, let's greenlight this project, guys.
Watching this movie, I was like, this is something that only could have happened in the 80s, it feels like.
Only. You know, it's got that 80s soundtrack. Yeah, rocking.
It's
got the montages.
It glorifies truckers. Why don't we start with that?
So, like, did you say, okay, so it's starring Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
And this is they tried making arm wrestling popular. They tried doing with arm wrestling what they did with Rocky.
Yes.
So I mean that
was supposed to be the
if that gives you an idea.
Rocky of arm wrestling movies, which I can't believe someone thought that was even comparable. No, this is a perfect slice of 80s cheese.
Oh my god.
There's very few movies I think that scratch that itch. I think that there's stuff like Fright Night is a great example of like a perfect 80s movie that only could be 80s. Roadhouse is another one, which John knows. I'm so excited to review that one later on, and I got a lot of that same feeling watching this that I do watching something like Roadhouse, where it is the premise, like what happens, and it's so ridiculous, and it's so, dare I say, over the top, that it's mind-boggling. Like we were saying before, it tries to glorify the life of this trucker played by Lincoln Hawk. Which is a great name. Great name, Lincoln Hawk.
Lincoln Hawk.
He's a trucker who's trying to get custody of his son back, who's been at, looks like some sort of military school. So
terrible child actor.
Yes, terrible child actor. There's a lot of terrible actors, though, in this movie.
Yeah. Actually, the boy might be one of the better ones in there.
You know, for a kid, I won't blame him. There's some adults here that need to hang their heads in shame, though. But he's trying to get custody back from Robert Loggia. Robert Loggia is
grandfather.
The grandfather's trying to keep him from this kid. And honestly, I think that the grandfather's probably right. Grandfather is not wrong in this scenario.
Right.
When I was watching this movie, I just thought it was so funny because it's like he's trying to get his kid back by doing all these things, and he does this by doing bunches of things that I think CPS would get called. Yeah. Like one of my favorite things is that he's like making this kid get into like arm wrestling matches with other kids at truck stops.
This is gonna hurt, Wimp. What do you think of that?
I think your breath stinks.
Come on, Mike.
Only in the 80s is any of this okay or inspiring to anybody.
My favorite scene in the movie, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase here.
Yeah.
Is the it's the sunrise workout father-son montage scene out on like a wayside. like
Don't you understand how romantic the life of a trucker is, John?
They're using like the bumper to like do their push-ups, and it's like all 80s soundtrack, and like
that's the other thing too I loved is like
oh my god,
he tries to describe like, you know, we could sleep in the truck. Like it's a cool thing. Like this is awesome, you know? Like, oh, you know, it's also we can also sleep in this pile of shit.
That truck wasn't great. He needs to win. He needs to win the arm wrestling tournament to get the nice truck.
I like to. He's got a machine so we can work out his one arm because he's trying to become that guy from Lady in the Water.
This movie's epic. It's funny. You know, for a little background here. Thank you, John Flickinger. Movie versus movie just came out on Screen Junkies Plus, and this is one that's got brought up, and I've heard him talk about it before, but
yeah, I've heard this one
getting brought up
quite a few
again, and then we
times.
looked at the past, and it sure enough turns 30 this week, so we had to watch it. And everyone out there needs to watch this movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad that I did.
Yeah,
it is. You've never seen a movie like this. You've never seen a movie that does any of these things. Let's talk a little bit about Sylvester Stallone in this movie, because obviously he's the draw. He's what everybody came.
Oh, yeah.
He put the butts in the seats.
Yeah. It's those oiled muscles.
Yeah. Other than that, I think he was totally sleepwalking in this one.
Yeah, he didn't show up. I don't know what.
He rags on Bruce Willis now. But
He's already known as not being the greatest actor, but this movie. They didn't give him much either.
hell no.
I mean, it's just.
I think he literally said that he did it for the paycheck, basically, because the guy just kept offering him more and more money to be in it. It's just like, oh, good, we'll do it. But yeah, this is, like I said, purely 80s movie. The plot, the whole style, the soundtrack.
Oh.
The soundtrack is so just absolutely 80s. Just a great big old hunk of cheese.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better and better.
Abel, all I care about is you. You're my boy, you understand?
There will be to nobody halfway. Now is the time to do for yourself.
I'm all you.
Over the top, Dad! Over the top!
As it goes along, it's epic. This movie is, it's 1987 through and through.
I know, it's funny because in a lot of ways this review is actually harder than a lot of other ones.
Yeah, it's hard because it's hard to find objective things to talk about in this film.
It's definitely, like I said, it is definitely fun to watch, but not of its own volition. It wasn't intending to be this funny.
It's also not the worst movie I've ever seen, though. Either.
No, I totally agree with that too.
I actually thought it was going to be a little more crazy and over the top than it was. For the most part, the story makes sense. I mean, it's things in it that make sense.
Yeah,
and
sort of. As much as you can in this.
I sat through it. Some movies you can't. You just got to turn it off. And this one, I made it to the end.
There's the seal of approval from John here.
Yes, I made it to the end.
I made it to the end. And the award for made it to the end goes to Over the Top.
But no, it's a fun watch. It's a movie you definitely sit down with some friends and just throw it in, drink some beer, and just have a laugh riot. It's awesome.
Yeah. I watched this one at home, having quite a few beers, and I felt like that was the right choice.
Yeah, oh gosh.
When this one came on and the music starts, and I was like, I've made the right decision in how to watch this movie. So obviously, this has been a pretty informal review, pretty sprawling here with our ideas. So John, what's kind of your final summary and your final grade for Over the Top?
Oh, this movie's transcendent. Can you put a grade to something like this? I don't think you can. I really don't. I wouldn't give it an F. It's not an F. It's like a D plus, maybe. Like D plus. I mean, it's a fun watch. It's 80. I mean, if you want to be reminded of, you want to be slapped in the face with the 80s.
Yeah. This
is the movie to watch. Sylvester Stallone basically being silent unless he's arm wrestling, and then he's, with his stroke face that he has. But I mean, I don't know. It's a fun 80s flick. I can see why there's like a cult following. and go and watch this movie.
You're going with the D plus.
Going with the D.
Sticking with the D.
I'm sticking with the D plus. But like I said, this movie is transcendent.
Yeah, I think that there are very few movies that are truly, it's so good, it's so bad, it's good. This almost has it.
Almost.
It never becomes a good movie from how much you laugh at it, but man, you're gonna laugh at this movie so much, and it's just so cheesy. Just every ounce of it is just a big old hunk of Velveeta.
I will throw out there too, I think it has quite possibly the most forgettable cancer mom.
Mom, you wouldn't believe it. This guy was a monster. Let's talk to Mom.
Right.
A monster.
So all of those things being said and considered, I would probably give this movie a D. I kind of feel like it's kind of priceless.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things. How do you value something that, though not intended to be a good movie, has so much entertainment value when watching it for all the wrong reasons? So guys, grab your baby oil, get your biceps bulging. This movie is an over-the-top 80s hunk of cheese that I think demands anybody watch it, especially if you're looking for that perfect, so bad it's good movie. Turn on Over the Top. You and your friends will not be disappointed. So that's been our short, very informal review today of Over the Top. I don't think we really could have done this movie any other way. Definitely one to check out, especially if you're looking
Yes.
for a good laugh or really just an awesome time and just want to reminisce about how absolutely bonkers the 80s were. So guys, don't forget you can find us on Twitter at BacktoFeature. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BacktoFeature on our group page there. You can get with us. You can also like and subscribe here on YouTube. Let us know in the comments about what you think of Over the Top, if you've seen it, or if you've never seen it. Tell us what you think about this one. I've been your host, Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Vandeloo.
And we'll see you guys next week.
I think she did. It's so like just happens.